the thug life, because you're gonna always have to be on your toes, okay? And you don't know true peace unless you've already been through some real hell. So I really appreciate my peace, and I wouldn't want nothing to come in between me and my life of leisure, okay? So Miss Bernetta does not think the same way, and that is why she's an old fucking thought. She's married. So we don't find that out that she is married until she's out with her homegirls, and she gets set up by her best friend, who is like 30 years younger than her. She's like in her 40s, 50s situation. And she dresses her age, acts her age. She feels ashamed and embarrassed when she wears like revealing things. But Miss Bernetta, on the other hand, she don't give a good goddamn fuck. Like, she gonna be a hoe till the streets fucking die, right? And the streets never gonna die, so there's that. She gonna die first. And she gets put on this double date with this old ass fool, and she's like, dang, I can't do this. I don't like this. And she's reminiscing about the two dudes at the beginning of the book, which is, one of them is her trainer, and she be fucking him at her house. And he's also best friends with the husband of her now husband, current husband, right? And the friend is the friend of the well, actually, we actually don't know who these men are on the cover, but I'm just kind of guesstimating, because in the beginning she was messing with her trainer and the trainer's friend, and it ended up getting cut off because the husband came home from prison early because she was at the club, and she's like, girl, I don't want to be here no more with this old ass man. I'm gonna come to the club with you. I'll drive. And they're walking outside. She met this girl in the bathroom. Like, this not her friend. This not the girl who set her up on the date. This is just some random little young hoe in the bathroom, right? It's on some young hoe shit. She's like, damn, I gotta go to the club. Miss Bernetta's like, okay, I'ma drive, let's go. She is about to get in the car with this random ass girl she just met at the little country club. And what ends up happening is she gets a phone call. She's answering it, and all she hears is a bitch, where the fuck you at? Bitch, oh no, I just got out of prison. What the fuck you doing? Who the fuck you at? Who the fuck you fucking? Just going off on her, right? And you know, in some ghetto households, you know what calls like that mean. That's either your daddy yelling at you because you were supposed to be home at a certain time doing something, or your husband looking for you because he think you a hoe. Now, she not young enough to get the first option, so second option, she's definitely getting yelled at by her man, getting called all types of names and slurs, okay? So, with that being said, she's like, damn, I gotta take my black ass back home and act like nothing happened. I was finna go to the club and go turn up, but this not the time for that. So let me take my black ass home and get in that bed and act like I ain't do nothing. So as she goes home, he's like, oh, I miss you. I ain't seen you in so long, bitch. What the fuck you was doing? Who the fuck you fucking? He's just going. And she's like, oh, like, let me cook for you. Let me do this. Like, let me suck it. Let me do this, that, and the third. And he's just like overly tired. And then boom, they get a knock on the doorbell. And they go open the door. Why the fuck it's the two men from the beginning? The trainer comes back because he's trying to see Miss Vernetta, right? But the husband answers the door, and that's his best friend. And he's like, damn, my nigga, what's going on? What's up with you? I ain't seen you in so long. How are you? Hello. He looks at Miss Vernetta. He looks at the friend, and he's like, what you doing here? It's late at night. You know my bitch lived here alone while I was in prison. I just got out today. The fuck are you doing here? And he was like, oh, I just came by to pick up my weights. You know, I've been training Miss Bernetta, and yeah, I just left them big old heavy weights here, and I know she can't lift them. The husband goes, oh, okay. Well, come on in. You want to stay here for dinner? I got you. And the homeboy's like, nah, like, let me just get on out of here. You just came back today, play? Like, congratulations. I'm gonna catch you later. He gets the fuck up out of there. I know his ass was sweating bullets and shit. And Miss Burnetta was like ready to pass the fuck out. She's already in her mid to late 70s. She finna have a fucking heart murmur, right? Fucking heart skip a beat. So then he starts accusing her of cheating and doing this, that, and the third. Not with him, but with other men out in the world. And she's like, you know, baby, I love you. How can you say those things about me? How could you do that? How could you say that? Meanwhile, Miss Vernetta is like, damn, he just got out of the pen. He gonna give me some weenie or what? Need some Weenie Hub Jr., bro. And it didn't happen because he demanded a meal and knocked the fuck out. So in the morning, she's like, oh yeah, we finna get it on and cracking. It ends up not happening because he's about to go to a job interview, and apparently he's gonna go get a job as a trainer at that dude's same gym. So as you see, it's just getting a whole lot of mixy in this bitch, right? Real messy in this bitch, right? So she's like, oh, like, before you go, like, why are you in a rush to go get a job? Like, let me take care of you, let me feed you, like, please sit down and eat breakfast. I just made all this for you. He's like, bitch, fuck the breakfast. I'm finna go get this paper. I'm finna go get this paper up right now. And he leaves. And she's like, damn, I just stayed up doing all this shit. It's early in the morning. Like, you fell asleep on me last night. I was supposed to get some Weenie Hut Jr., get some ham in my body. And he's gone. And part of her was like, damn, I really hate this man, but like, I love him too. Why is he making me feel these things and do these things, right? Whole time, she knows she's not supposed to be with him, but he gives her a rush that she likes a lot, okay? Fast forwarding, she ends up trying to clean up. She starts getting anxiety, and boom, a fire starts, and then she passes out on the floor. She wakes up in the hospital. Boom, the doctor says she got brain cancer. Brain cancer. Can y'all make one of those edits of me talking about this goddamn book and then like slow-mo my words? Because what do you mean she woke up in the hospital and now she has brain cancer? Brain cancer. Like, who the fuck just wakes up and just, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So the doctor is trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. And he ends up letting her know, like, hey, you only have like a couple months to live, like maybe not even up to a year, but you know, maybe we could do something about it. Her doctor was also old too. So what ended up happening was she's confiding into her best friend, the girlfriend that put her on the date, the double date with the old man. Yeah, so they still best friends. She's like, look, girl, I'm about to get married. I'm about to do this. I'm about to live the life that I always dreamed of, blah, 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 blah. And Miss Burnetta looking at her like, wait, bitch, like, we were supposed to be in this together. But they wasn't in this together because they got different morals, right? They got different ideas of like how life's supposed to be and what they want out of life. And Miss Burnetta's like, damn, girl, you gonna leave me? I got cancer. I got a lot going on. Like, I didn't get this, I didn't get that. And she's just like somewhat jealous of her friend, right? Her friend named Alice. So Alice does her best to uplift Miss Vernetta, always there by Vernetta's side, even though she be treating her like shit sometimes, right? You know, we're learning all of this and we're not even halfway through the book, and it's already so much going on, right? You can just, so close you can almost taste it. So then, yeah, it gets worse. It gets worse. Just wait. Y'all haven't heard none of this book yet, so before we start actually reading, y'all gotta know what happens beforehand. And it's kind of crazy that I remember all this, but I think it's because this story is just so crazy that I have no choice but to remember it, because I'm honestly scarred. So she ends up getting dropped off from her, and then Miss Vernetta notices that her husband is just not coming back home. Like, this nigga just out at all hours of the day and night. He must have got the job he must have, you know what I'm saying? He must have got something that he wanted, right? So Miss Burnett is like, okay, well, I'm kind of glad he's like out of my life somewhat. Like, I'm still gonna go live my life. And she ends up going and getting freaky with, yeah, her husband, by the way, right? Her fucking husband, by the way. Oh, did I show y'all? My ears are pink too. Okay. Anyways, so she ends up going out. She's like having sex with all these different types of people, you know what I'm saying? And then one day she comes home and she realizes that it's neighbors that move in next door, right? We're getting to the title name. Or so we thought. We thought Miss Vernetta was the old thought next door, but then she had somebody else pull up and she was trying to mac on the movers, and they was like, you know how people be hiring the Mexican movers because they strong as shit even though they little as hell? They be sometimes they be fine, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they be getting free pussy here and there just from moving them big ass boxes and furniture and shit. So you would think that Miss Vernetta was gonna score. Whole time we're starting to find out that these things aren't even happening. So Miss Vernetta is going to these doctor visits and getting checkups and getting her medicine refills. Well, apparently one of the medications that she was taking was causing her to be overly horny and freaky. And then another medicine that she was also taking was just adding on to her headaches and nausea and, you know, the side effects of what having a brain cancerous tumor in your head would give you, right? Yes, that pram. She taking that pram. I don't know why I can't ever remember the name of that fucking pill every time we talk about it, because I just can't believe that really make you freaky for real. Like, like part of me would want to just be in the crib and just pop it myself and just see what that does. Not that I have nothing to do with it, but I'm just like, yo, does it really do that to you? Like, that's really scary. Like, a pill just make you just overly freaky. It's not even a honey pack or goddamn what's them fucking Viagra pills? Like, that's crazy. Like, that sounds like a fucking curse, bro. So with that being said, so she ends up having to go to the hospital, but not for herself. She gets a phone call from her best friend Alice's daughter, right? Who that is? Okay, come on, ghostly boy. No, that's for you, baby. Okay, let's get it. Let's continue, shall we? So she ends up getting a call from Alice's daughter, and she's like, yo, Miss Burnetta, you need to come to the hospital now. Like, please come, please, I need some help. But I'm in the hospital, what we gonna do? I'm her only kid that's here. And it's crazy because it's crazy timing, right? Because she's dealing with her shit, she's trying to figure out her future and her life, and she wants to settle down with a man that loves her, like her friend Alice already has, but now her best friend is in the hospital. So she goes to the hospital, she goes and see Alice's daughter, and they're talking about everything, and she's like, yo, my mama is such a great person. I don't know what's wrong with her kids. Like, they're all fucked up. One of them is in prison right now, the other one dead. I'm the only one left. I don't know what's going on. So she's like, you know what? We're gonna get through this together. I got you, girl. Don't even worry. I'm here for you, and I'm here for Alice. That's Miss Vernetta, right? Now, with all of that being said, they go back to the hospital room because they had to go outside for a little cigarette real quick. Shit, I would need a cigarette too after finding out I got brain cancer, a fucking tumor in my goddamn head, and my best friend in the hospital, and she got a rich, nice man, okay? She living the way I want to live. Like, hopefully my jealousy didn't fucking kill her, you know what I'm saying? And she ends up going to the hospital room and seeing all these bodyguards around the bed. She ended up having a visitor, right? And now the visitor that was there was Alice's husband, right? Because remember, she got married. So Alice's husband so happens to be one of Miss Vendetta's old little flings, okay? Old little thing, you know what I'm saying? Getting up all in the coochie, all up in the